The interior of the Colts defensive line really played well on Sunday against the Chargers. You had Grover Stewart with a pick. You had DeForest Buckner with a couple of sacks. That was a really good game, very productive game for those guys. We talked to DeForest Buckner about the interior of the defensive line and how this team's kind of come together. And it started in the offseason. It wasn't like victory kind of brought togetherness. This was togetherness, maybe bringing a victory. We talked to DeForest Buckner about that.
Even when you look at the tape too, I mean, there's times where we do have quick wins, ball's just out. You know what I mean? And I feel like ultimately it just goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Rushing coverage. We up front we got to make sure we're keeping the quarterback in the pocket. I mean, I feel like Herbert, was able to extend plays, a little more than we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if we just kept contained, I mean, a lot of those plays were going to sack. You know what I'm saying? So it's just. Goes hand in hand with the rushing coverage. I mean, we got to keep the quarterback in the pocket, quick wins, and then obviously coverage has to hold up. So it just goes hand in hand.
Any jealousy over Grover?
No, not at all. I mean, I wasn't in a position to try and pick it off, and I felt like the ball was in the air for quite a while. But I saw him right there, and I was yelling, "Catch it, Grove!" So I mean, I was hyped for him.
I should have asked him this, but like, do you know any teammate that uses as much tape as him? Because I looked at his, like, when he made the pick, I was like, dang, this dude like he's mummified. Like, I don't.
I can't say nothing about it because I'm just as bad. So, I'm just as bad.
What does it say though that, I mean, the entire defense came off the sideline to celebrate that? I mean, that doesn't happen for just anyone.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously it's a rare occasion for a big man to get an interception, but also, I mean, the person who did it, Grove. I mean, he's always doing the dirty work, so a lot of times he doesn't get a lot of the acknowledgement, and that was just a moment for all of us to celebrate him making a big play.
Z was talking yesterday about how it feels more close-knit, and started to feel that a little bit in the offseason.
Yeah.
Would you echo that?
For sure. I feel like in the offseason, we talked about it, Z and I and Kenny, and just saying how, we have to try and, do a lot more together, as a group or in our position groups, doing more stuff off the field to really build that relationship with each other even more, and I feel like it's definitely paid off.
J.J. Watt shared the story, he was on the call on Sunday, that you had said that your attendance at your guys' position dinners had been like 100%.
Yeah.
That wasn't always the case.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously you guys have, things that come up, you know what I mean? But so far this year we've been 100% with everybody, coming to the dinners and, just spending that quality time together. And that's a lot of times we can, if we have questions on some certain calls or whatever it is, we can also talk about that kind of stuff at dinner. And obviously we're watching the game, Thursday night games, and, just seeing things that's going on in the game and be like, oh, we could probably, talk to Lou about that or whatever it is. And I just feel like it's been paying off major dividends.
Does Big Cross still pretend like he's a defensive lineman? I know he spends a lot of time.
Yeah, he's our honorary D lineman for sure.
Just checking. Well, when you do bat a pass up in the air, how hard is it to track the ball? What's the training there? What do you do? How hard is it to track the ball?
It's definitely hard to track the ball sometimes, because sometimes, it's more reaction, and you're hitting the ball and sometimes, you don't know if it went backwards, forwards, or, above, so you're trying to gauge where it's at. And I feel like Grove did a really good job of just tipping it straight up into the air, which is crazy. And it is funny watching him trying to look for the ball and then just look straight up. He's like, oh.
That's what I mean.
I mean, obviously you're focused on defense, but do you get to watch any of what Quentin's been doing this season?
I mean, honestly, no, I haven't. I mean, it's crazy because I have no worry about Q each and every year. I know he's going to handle his business, but I'm not surprised at all the season that he's having so far.
But kind of a random question, but what do you think is the hardest thing about your position that the general public doesn't understand?
For me personally?
Yeah. Like defensive tackle.
Or just D-tackle in general?
Well, you personally, yeah, because you're a little different than the average defense. Yeah.
I guess me personally, I mean, really just the amount of double teams that you have to face each and every week and trying to find ways to still make an impact in the game. You know what I mean? That's probably the toughest part.
And do you grade yourself against the scale, or are you like, no, I got to get home?
Yeah, that's my mentality. Is I gotta find a way to get home. I mean, I just have a high standard for myself, and I feel like once I lose that mentality or whatever, I mean, I feel like my production or gameplay or impact on the game to help my team win will go down. So my mentality is always I gotta get home.
No, we're going to talk to JT in a second. If you're on the other side playing a guy like that, a big physical runner, fast guy, but also a big guy.
Yeah.
When you get late in the game, what kind of toll does it take?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely defeating as a defense. When you got a guy, running his tail off all game, and he only gets better as the game goes on, and you're trying to find solutions for the problem, and you just somehow can't, or you think you do, and obviously he pops off big runs late in the game. So that's definitely demoralizing and frustrating, as a defensive player.
Thanks, Buck.
There's DeForest Buckner, and you want to get guys in the locker room, or you want to get guys at the podium to light up a little bit, talk to them about their teammates, especially about their successes. Grover Stewart getting that pick against Justin Herbert last Sunday at SoFi Stadium, probably the favorite moment of the season for that defense. They've done good work. DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, good work in that game. Not getting enough maybe from the edges, but from the middle of the line, they're getting pressure.